Cindy from Studioloo, and I am here today with glue books. So these are going to be going up in the shop this week, and I wanted to do a little video to talk about what glue books are and show you the ones that I will have. There are 10 that will be going up in the shop. So they're all made from vintage kids little golden books, and so they've been rebound by me. But first, let me talk about what these books are. So glue books are designed to basically be a book for you to glue things into, your inspirations and ideas, things that you pull out of magazines, maybe concert tickets, or just like what I have a glue book that I use kind of like a physical pinboard, like Pinterest, or you know, I put all of my inspirations in there, and I find that having a book like that is really nice to kind of flip through. It often helps you to inspire yourself to do some new project if you're looking for inspiration on something to do. I find they remind me a lot of, like, when I was a little kid, my grandmother used to keep all of the greeting cards that she ever received from her many, like, she had like a dozen children, and so she would leave them in a box in her closet for me to pull out, and I could cut them apart and I could stick them in a scrapbook, and just that has kind of stuck with me as a really nice way to inspire yourself. So what's inside these books for pages is all sorts of different stuff, but it's not really about the content that I've put in these books. It's about the content that you will put inside these books. These books are really good for people also who need a bit of stress relief and relaxation, for children, for seniors. I've also gotten some feedback from the autism community as well that these books are really nice to help with just focus, and it's a good activity, especially for children. So I'm not, you know, saying that I know everything about that. I definitely don't, but it is something that, you know, could be a nice gift or could be a nice thing to try. And I'm always looking for things to keep kids busy or anybody busy who really needs some anxiety relief. So I think for me, having busy hands and creative time definitely does that. So anyhow, I'll get on and just chat about these books. So this one is the first one. So these are all, like I said, golden books, little golden books. And I've modified them with a 2-inch spine, and they have 4 signatures inside, and each signature is, let me think, how many pages did I do here? Let me just quickly count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each signature will be 20 pages. There's 4 signatures, so that's 80 pages. So inside, I'll give you a sneak peek inside Snow White. I won't do a whole flip through, but basically what you're going to find in here will be all sorts of things. Forms, scrapbook paper, children's book pages, some advertising, different book pages from recipe books, Etsy wrapping paper, scrapbook paper. I tried to make it mostly quite fun and random. And then if your reason for being attracted to these books was because you like this particular little golden book story, you will find that inside I have actually included several of the book pages. So you will find at the beginning of each signature, most of them begin and end with the book pages from the golden book itself. So lots of fun stuff inside them. I've just inked around the edges. There's a fabric bound spine, and the back is intact as well. So both covers are fully intact. So they're a lot of fun. So this one is Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And this is what Lily Goose found. And it has like a leaf pattern fabric on the spine, and it has that same green classic golden books backing. And inside this one is again the book pages and So they're all very similar. They all have really similar papers inside. Magazine pages, scrapbook paper, some advertising from a ceramics magazine. So again, what you will be doing is you can choose, like if there's a page like this and you like just looking at this, and this itself gives you inspiration, maybe, you know, glue some things around it, or, you know, paint on the surface. Do whatever you like. Treat it like a scrapbook. Treat it like a sketchbook, a notebook. Do whatever you like with it. And yeah, but these are really fun, and I think there's just a lot of possibilities, and there's some really cool things in here too, and some really nice recipe pages, and so hopefully it will get your mind working. And the next one is The Little Golden Book of Manners, and that's the Richard Scarry illustration style, which I love. That's actually going to be the theme of my next set of journals, is all Richard Scarry. So there's Easter egg guide paper, there's this is the book cover of a cookbook, magazine pages from like fashion and household magazines, all sorts of fun kids book pages, scrapbook paper, brown paper, yeah, lots of fun, cool stuff. So I'll just give you a little sort of flip through of each of them. Yeah, and on the back it talks about the list of all the golden books, or lots of the golden books. There's actually almost like, I think, 2,000 different golden books. And this one is Pussy Willow, and it has this really pretty vintage fabric binding, and it has the yellow golden book back. And this one had the child's name, so I just covered it with a label. I always take away any kind of personal marks so that the book can be fully yours. So you'll see lots of cool pictures and recipes. Arizona pumpkin soup. Yeah. So that's Pussy Willow. And this one is Heidi. And this one has some children's kind of pen scrolling on the front. So that's the whole point of these books, is just upcycle, make it your own, have fun with it. They're not meant to be 100% perfect as I give them to you, because, you know, that's for you to do. I will handle the binding of the book and putting it together and creating some creative signatures for you, but the rest is all up to you to make it your own book. Running out of space on my table because I have my new Pilea plant hanging out with me today. This is a really lovely plant called a pancake plant. It's also sometimes called a money plant, and I really am in love with its round lily pad-like leaves. So this is Robot Man and Friends at School. And this one has a sticker on the inside. It's got matte paper and vintage shower paper, some doodles from Aspiregraph, lots of book pages, scrapbook paper, there we go. Just do a quick flip so you can get an idea of what you're going to see inside. This one also has the yellow golden book back. What's the next one? This one. And this one is Sherlock Bones and His Many Disguises. Now this one actually I don't think is a golden book. This is actually older than golden books. This is sort of the precursor to golden books. I want to say it's like a dandy book or something. I forget what it was called, but yeah, it's a really cool book. So let me see, is it on the back? Bonnie book. Okay, so the Bonnie books. So I think these are actually slightly older than Little Golden books, and they were a similar concept though. Like they're really cute. Sherlock Bones, and the face is missing, so basically all the pages in this book looked like this, and there was a picture of a dog's face that was stuck to the backboard of the book, and so every time you turn the page, like the same face would be there. But this is of course a glue book, so it's got all sorts of random stuff inside. Recipes and Spirograph paper, kids book pages and maps, and some nice gold paper in this one, and I absolutely love these, and they are the start and finish of every signature. Some dyed paper, that's the center of the book. That's the back of the Dandy book, or Bonnie book. There's another one called Dandy, and I'm like just misquoting what book this is. And then this one is Biscuits in Double Trouble, and it has the yellow back as well, and it has a red binding with an interestingly tied knotting on the signature. I'll just bring that up so you can see it. And inside we have this alphabet sticker, and again these are the signature start and end with the book pages. Magazine pages. This is some vintage wrapping paper. Kids book pages. Sorry if my hands look a little bit like crazy today. I've been in the garden all day. But yeah, they are clean. Because we hand wash like a million times a day, so that's what happens. This is avocado dyed paper. Some how-to kids books. Recipe book. Pages. Magazine pages. One of the books that I used in these was Little Beau by Julie Andrews. Yeah, so that's that. 2 more to go. And this one is one of my favorite golden books. So it was an extra copy. I actually collect little golden books. So this was an extra copy that I had. So I thought it would be fun to use as a glue book. So this is Bert's Hall of Great Inventions. And I have used some of the pages in it for my vintage Sesame Street journals that I've been making. That I have one more left to do a video about, but most of them I've already made videos about. Some are in my shop right now, in my Etsy shop. And there will be a couple more going up this week as well. So, and this is bound with this. This is yellow, nice yellow striped fabric and pink embroidery thread, embroidery floss. And inside is the classic, this little book belongs to, little golden book belongs to, and the signatures begin with the book pages. And that's a book cover from another book, children's book pages, magazine pages, scrapbook paper, wrapping paper. These are actually just really fun to go through. Even like what I have put in these books is pretty fun. Even though you'll be covering it all up, it's still pretty fun. Just do a quick flip through. I won't show you every page, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea what to expect inside these books. There's no pockets, there's none of that kind of stuff, because these are really about creating your own surfaces. So you could even use this as a modified journal if you were just looking for a bind, like a book that's been bound, but then, you know, you would have every page to create art on. You could gesso the pages if you wanted to. But yeah, I love the illustrations from this book. They're really fun. It's kind of like a more early sort of looking Sesame Street. It's like really great illustration. And then the back is, this one has its own Sesame Street backing. So that was something different with the Sesame Street line of golden books, is that some of them had their own back on them. So I really love this illustration. This one maybe is my favorite of all the glue books. And the last one is The Curious Little Kitten Around the House. And inside is, this has been covered up because it had the child's name there, so it's been covered up with a nice sticker. And this is the book pages from the book, magazine and kids book. Again, same kind of content, just slightly different. That's the Little Bow book by Julie Andrews. Some of the pages from Little Bow. This one has some children's writing on it that I thought was cute. And the back of this one is the yellow golden book backing. So that is all of the golden books, the little golden book glue books. I hope you find some inspiration with them. And once again, thank you so much for checking out my video. If you like the videos that I'm making, please subscribe, and you can see these this week. I'll be posting them in my Etsy shop. I'm Studioloo on Etsy, and I will, as always, put all of my details in the description box of this video. So have a wonderful day. I hope the weather is beautiful where you are. We're getting super warm temperatures where I am, so it's a new adjustment. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me.